Today we had a question from New Day Talk Radio, and their question was, can you show us how to do a front-end code for a video on a front page of a website? He also asks, can I do this for hire? Yes, I do side work, but at the same time, I'm also wanting to empower you guys with this channel, and the stuff we're doing is it's not complicated. I mean, it's, learning the syntax and all that takes time, but this isn't rocket science, and I really believe this should be accessible to anybody. So that's why, I created this section of it, because questions like this, where it's like, you may pay somebody to do this, and that's fine. I don't think it's a bad thing to pay to web developers to do what they do, but if you're trying to bootstrap a company or a startup or an idea, not having to pay a developer will help your bottom line and will help you get your idea off the ground easier. So that's that's how I look at a project is, how can I help, or how can I start something without having to get outside help? Because, it's still an idea, it's still you're just trying it out and finding out if there's even a need or a market for it. So with that being said, let's go ahead and dive in, and we will start doing a little web development. Now we've saved our video demo.html to the desktop. So let's go ahead and bring in our boilerplate, HTML boiler tab. Okay, so for those of you that don't probably have this installed in your Sublime text, let's check out. This is how you get there. I'll have this linked down in the demo, or in the description. I'll have this link down in the description. So what you'll do is you'll go here and you'll follow how you install it. There's two different ways. Package management typically does pretty well, but not always. So they show you how to do manual and package control. So let's go ahead, and I'm just going to take a few things out of this just because we're not going to be doing anything too crazy here. We'll leave JavaScript. Why not? The only thing is you'll probably have to put HTTPS just because, yeah, that works. Just because we're working on a local machine and not on a server. You can leave that, I guess. Get rid of that. Yeah, so that should do everything we want. Alright. That's weird. So, let's talk about how to host this. So there's a couple different ways you can do video. The first is you can host it on a YouTube or a Vimeo. Typically that's what I recommend, mostly because if you plan on your video getting any kind of crazy hits or views or going viral or anything like that, or you just have a huge customer base, having a server that can serve up videos in a stable manner can be very expensive. Whereas a YouTube or a Vimeo will allow you to upload and serve those videos with their player on their servers, and it's a lot less work on your end, and it's a lot less work, and it's more stable at a cheaper cost. For those of you who are like, well, I don't want my stuff on YouTube, I get it. I understand your argument there, but there are ways to make videos private and only accessible to one URL. So you can make it accessible to only your domain in your video, or in your video settings. So if I put up a video on YouTube and I only wanted techidiy.com to embed it, and I wanted it private on YouTube, that's very possible. And the other thing you can do is you could do a Vimeo Pro account, which I think starts at $49 a year, I think, and you can actually set up private videos that you can either link to or embed, that only you have the power to embed, and nobody else can embed it in their website. So that's what I typically recommend. I'm going to show you how to do both, because I think it's important to know both. So let's just go ahead and dive right in, and we'll start really simple. We'll start with YouTube for now. So let's just go to my channel just so I don't upset anybody. Actually, let's do Vlogbrothers because I just love Vlogbrothers. Let's Is Poverty Necessary? This is a great video. I will link to this in the description if anybody wants to use this or watch this. It's a very great video to watch. So you'll go to share, and you can share the link itself. Some content management systems actually prefer a link like this instead of the full embed code. But what we're going to use, because we're going to code this into just a static website for now, we're going to use the embed code. So what you'll do is you'll select that and go ahead and hit copy. And you have more options here, and you can check what your video size you want it to be, show player controls, all that stuff. And there's a lot of things that you can do to kind of customize the way the video looks. But we're just going to go with the default for now. We're going to go ahead and select all this, copy. We're going to come over here and paste. Save it, and you're done. There's not a whole lot to this. Let's go ahead and open up our desktop, find our video.html, and open it. And there you go. You have a video on your website. So you can do the same for Vimeo. It's Vimeo.com. Yes. Let's go for funny. Something funny. Let's search funny. Alright. For those of you that are looking to make your content paid, Vimeo has a lot of cool ways to make it video on demand. See what we got here. Let's find something decent to watch here. There's some pretty good content that's starting to come out on here too. Let's do Funny or Die. And again, now with this one, it's a little bit different because they give you a lot of control on what you can and what you can't embed. So you can have a ton of control on what can be embedded. You can do it on YouTube too, but as a pro Vimeo account user, even as a non-pro, you have a lot of control over your videos and how your content's displayed. So let's go ahead and we're going to copy this embed code. And for those of you that didn't see it, I clicked this little share icon over here. So we're going to come over here. We're going to leave our YouTube one on there, and you'll see that we have now Vimeo code in here. So let's go ahead and save it. Again, no real coding involved. So let's jump back to our video demo. We'll reload, and there you go. Now you got two videos. So this is easy, not a big deal. It's just finding the embed code you want, putting it in there, and uploading your videos is as easy as clicking upload here, dragging your video file. Vimeo is the same way. You just click upload and you drop your video file in, and it'll ask you to give a description and a title and all that. So that is the kind of the gist of how that works. So let's talk about hosting your own video. Again, not a huge fan of it, but all right. So now we have our typing on a smartphone screen. So I'm going to change the title of this just to make it a little more smartphone typing .mov. All right. So let's go ahead and jump to we're going to do convert MOV to MP4, and that's because a lot of browsers are set up. I think this is the one I want. Yeah. A lot of browsers are set up for MP4 and OGG. OGG is mostly Firefox. I don't think there's anybody else that's supported that yet. I know there's a lot of things in the works in regards to HTML5 video, and some more universal formats they're working on, but nothing's become standard yet, so this is still the best way to do it. So we're going to go ahead and we're just going to do default settings. I'm not going to try but you can do a bunch of different stuff. Convert MOV to OGG, and then I think that's same. Yep. It's a great site, and I'll link to both of these sites in the description. This is a great site for just quickly converting things. They do a really good job, and it's not just video, it's audio. Alright, so let's bring up our Finder again, and we're going to jump into our downloads. Now we have our, I'll throw this into desktop. Same thing with OGV, desktop, perfect. Alright, so we can go ahead and close these windows down. Well, what do we need to do now? So we'll go ahead and throw our own tag in. So we're going to say video. We're going to say, let's just let the video be whatever the video height is. But with that being said, you can throw width and height requirements. You can say width is equal to 500 pixels and height is equal to 350 pixels, but we're going to actually leave that out for now. And we're just going to let the video be whatever size it is, which may be a mistake and we'll have to fix. But we'll go ahead and say this is the fallback in case one of these video formats doesn't work. So we'll say your browser doesn't support HTML5 video. Now we have a video tag, but it doesn't know what our videos are, so now we have to give it some source tags. So we're going to say source, and we're actually going to have our src source, which is actually going to link directly to the video, which is on the desktop. So we're not going to have to, I do need to look and see what those videos are called. Okay, smartphone typing. Okay. Yep. So we're going to say smartphone-typing .mp4 p4, and then we're going to say type is equal to video /mp4, and we're going to close off our source. We're going to add one more source. Source is equal to smartphone typing .ogv, and then we're going to say type is equal to video /ogv. Now what this will do is, you see we have two of the same thing. Well, why would we do it twice? Well, what this is going to do is we're creating one video player with this video tag here, and we've listed multiple sources so the browser can decide which video format is right for it. So we have the MP4, which is pretty not universal but almost universal, and then you have OGV, which is great for Firefox. So let's go ahead and save this and check out what it looks like in our video demo. Go ahead and set a height and width. That's kind of long. That's kind of long. So let's say width is equal to 500. So I'm just going to set a width, and that should, I think it needs to be pixels. So yeah, so there's the video. Now, you may notice it just kind of looks like an image. So let's, I forgot to put one thing in here, and you need to say controls. So basically what that does is it says we want a video that has the, the typical UI. So we have our UI there, and boom, there it is. So now you have video hosted, and it can be hosted on, wherever you want it to be. It can be on any server and just point to it. So if it's, on some big S3 box that you have, you can link to that if your permissions on your Amazon S3 account are correct on a server, and just different, you could go to the root of your server and say, I want video in the videos folder, homepage videos. You can put it anywhere. Where our HTML document is in the same directory as these videos right now, so we can just put the name of the video, but make sure that whatever directory they're in, you're linking to that. I think that's about it. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to hit me up in comments or email me at jason@techidiy.com. So I think this about wraps the video. Hopefully it's not too long. Hopefully you guys got a little bit of easy information to allow you to kind of start playing with this on your own a little bit. Feel free to hit me up in comments if you have questions or want more clarification. Always, you can email me at jason@techidiy.com. And big shout out to New Day Talk Radio for asking the question. I think a lot of people have the question and may be afraid to ask it, but in this community, I want us to to not be afraid to ask questions, even if you think it might be dumb. Because if it's a question about development, it's not dumb. You're just trying to learn, and that's what this community's for. So thank you guys. A lot of fun stuff coming out this week. Next week I'll hopefully be in the new space, and you guys get to show off some of my new little fun things that we're planning on doing over the next 6 months. Take care, DIYers.